Hey, what's up? Toby here for Creative, and thank you very much for purchasing a quick logo sting pack. Now, after you have purchased the pack, this is what you will get. So that's the video tutorial you are watching right now. We have a PDF file that shows you the links to the sounds. We have a README file that shows you the links to the typefaces that are used and some other stuff, so make sure to check that out. And of course we have the animations. So if we take a look at that folder, we can see we have all of our 14 animations separated into several folders. And if we want to get an overview here, we can take a look at the JPEG file. So if we can select this, and we can see in the preview here how this will look like, or just double click and open it up in your favorite image view program. So you can see a screenshot of every animation that is included, and from the preview that you've seen online, you can probably recognize the one animation that you're looking for. So let's just take the blurry logo reveal, and I will show you how you can customize this with your own logo. So I take the blurry logo reveal folder and open it up, and we have the AEP file in here, and we will double click on it to open it up with After Effects. So you can see it get loaded into After Effects, and we can scrub through the timeline here to see the animation. Now, of course, we don't want to use the Creative logo, but we want to use our own logo, so we need to import that first. For that, we go to File and choose Import File, and we choose our logo file. Then click on Open, and here on the left, in the project window, you will see your image. Then we go to the Put Logo in Here composition. You can find this in the Edit This folder, and it will also be already open in the timeline. So select it here, or just double click here, doesn't matter, and just click and drag this into this composition. Now, to see this a bit better here, let's untoggle the transparency grid so that we have a black background, and let's also select and delete the Creative logo. Now we can take our logo file and scale it. For that, we can hit S on the keyboard, and we get the scale parameter here, and then we can scale it up or down, but I think at 100% it looks fine. So we can go back to the output composition. Again, this should already be open here. If not, you can find it in the project window, and take a look at the animation with our logo. Now, let's change this tagline. For this, we go to the tagline composition. Again, it should already be open in the timeline. If not, you can find it here in the Edit This folder. To change the text, you can just double click on it and write your tagline. If you want to change things like the typeface or the color of the type, then you can do that in the character window. Let's go back to the output composition and look at our animation. Now, maybe we want to change the colors and some other stuff of this animation. So for this, we have in every project file a controls layer here. It's always in the output composition. Just select this controls layer and take a look at the effect controls window. If you're having problems to find this effect controls window, then make sure it is activated by going to Window and see if effect controls is activated here. So here we can change things like the background color and reflection opacity, that's the reflection on the logo. The block scale is something that happens during the reveal of the logo file. It might not be as visible, but if we change this, we can see that the reveal of the logo changes as well. So I recommend to just play around with these values and you will see what they will do, but most of the time they will explain themselves. So for example, light sweep intensity, you can see after your logo is revealed, there is a light sweep going across from left to right, and we can higher the intensity of this to make it a bit more visible, or we can even shut this off by setting this to 0. And of course we can change the colors of the particles. So maybe make this a bluish look. Like this. Maybe not so much green. And this is how you can customize your logo animation. Now, if you want to render this out, you can go to Composition and click Add to Render Queue. And you will see in the render queue there is a new job. And make sure that the render settings are set to best settings. And then just click on what is written here, and you can set your format and codec options. So as a format, I would recommend to use QuickTime, and in the format options to use H.264 as codec, and a quality of 80 is fine. Now, in case you have imported any audio during the customization, then make sure that audio output is checked. Right now I don't have any audio file imported, so I don't have to check this. I can leave this unchecked and click OK. And then I can click here and save my video file. And all I need to do is hit render. And then I have to wait a little bit until it's finished, and you will have your finished video. Now, let me show you this one more time for another animation. So, let's see where we are here. And let's take the blurry shimmer logo. Take this one. I don't want to save this file. And again, the same thing. We can scrub through the timeline, take a look at the animation, and of course, first of all, we need to import our own logo file. File, import file. Let's take this one, open it up, go to the Put Logo in Here composition, drag it inside, delete the creative icon, maybe scale this, hit letter S on the keyboard, scale it down a little bit. You can also move it in place. Let's go right to the tagline. And you can see now in this project file we have a little marker here that shows you where you should put your timeline cursor. So let's move the timeline cursor to this point in time, and you can see now the whole tagline is readable. So let's double click to edit this text, and let's take a look at our final animation. So you can see we have the animation with your logo and your text. And again, we can change the colors. So you can see here in this project file we only have 2 color controls, but as I said earlier, in some project files you can change more, in some you can change less. Just try it out, and I'm sure you will find your way through these settings. So let's change the particles color to a green, and maybe an orange. It doesn't. Let's set it to green as well. Great. Now, I'm sure you will be able to edit all other projects files now because it is actually all the same. So this is it for this tutorial. I thank you very much for purchasing this logo pack, and I hope you have fun with it. I hope it is useful for you. And yeah, if you have any questions, then please don't hesitate to write me an email. Thank you very much and goodbye.